Alright, welcome back to another Hytale video. It's been a really long time since I, said that sentence. I don't think I've ever said that sentence in my life, but it is what it is. Now, I haven't made proper Hytale videos since 2021. I've not made consistent videos on this game since 2021. So this video is going to be like my reintroduction into the scene. And, hopefully I get to go and, actually be a part of the community for once. I've just been in the background watching the videos. Like 30 Viruses videos back in like 2019. I made a couple videos in 2021 like I mentioned. And really I've just been waiting. Like this whole YouTube thing here, this has been me waiting for this game. And let's talk about the Hytale situation, guys. So right now the game is in a very tough spot. All of this started off when the game got cancelled. I'm not even kidding. They actually shut down the game. They shut down the studios. They canceled development of the game. And that's where this whole thing starts. There's so many things which I could go and criticize this move for. There's so many things which I could say. All I am gonna say, though, is this might be one of the biggest blunders in gaming of all time. I don't know who decided this. I don't know who's behind this like little cancellation of the second most anticipated game of all time, just behind GTA 6. Like, guys, let's just be for real. This is Hytale we're talking about. 62 million views on the announcement trailer and you cancel it? Really? After 10 years of development, you cancel the game? Listen, this is not where the story ends, okay? Because this would have been an actual insane crash out video from me. But there might be some good news at the end of the tunnel here. So after the cancellation of the game, a lot of bad shit happened. Alright, people, ex-employees of Hypixel Studios started coming out about their experiences working at the company, and the only way that I can describe this is it's a situation very similar to like the developers behind Mind's Eye, Build a Rocket Boy, right? Founded by Leslie Banzes, insane game coming out, like look at this, oh my god, so much money raised, and then like in the background it's just like a toxic cesspool of like toxic bullshit from like upper management, employees not getting recognized for their work, always bending down to the corporate people up at the top. And also, it's not just Build a Rocket Boy, it's also, hear me out, FaZe Clan. Now, why am I comparing Build a Rocket Boy and FaZe Clan in a Hytale video? Well, listen, Build a Rocket Boy, toxic workplace culture, like the higher ups massively screwing up the project, right? And then comes FaZe, right? If you guys know anything about the FaZe lore, everything was great back in New York house days, like 2015, 2016. Then they decided to get in a bunch of corporate people who, they basically came in and just fucked the whole thing up completely. The old people over at FaZe, the OGs, the FaZe OGs, lost control of the entire company due to these people coming in and changing everything about the company. How it works, how it functions, how it operates, everything. That's the same thing that happened with Hytale. Basically, around 2020, Riot Games stepped in. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but the bad thing is that Noxy, the CEO of Hytale, basically trusted the wrong people and hired a bunch of these industry professionals coming in so that they could go and fix the game. From all of the reports from ex-employees, I could tell that before this Riot Games acquisition, before the new management stepped in, things were doing good. Ex-developer Slicky says, a lot of the good memories I had with Hytale were when we worked in the chaos phase. We built the legacy engine while being naturally aligned on the mission. We were working together so well that every single week we showed our progress to each other in the one Monday meeting. Now, listen, progress was extremely quick. People were filled with ambition. People were, always coming up with new ideas to like really, improve the game and build onto what they already had. But since 2020 and the new managers came in, basically from the information that I'm gathering here, not just from Slicky here, but other developers as well, after the new management came in, they basically looked at what they did and they're like, okay, this is absolutely horrible. Let's go throw all this work out into the trash. 7 years of development, by the way, or like 5 years at that time. 5 years of development. You guys did a pretty shit job. Let's throw that away and then just start completely fresh. That's when the idea of the new engine actually came in. They started working on the new engine, just basically restarting progress completely from the ground up. And this was the problem here. I want you guys to understand why this is an issue. Imagine you have a game, right? No one's played this game yet from the outside, right? You've generated $0 of revenue. And you know, to have that company afloat and exist, you actually need money coming into the company rather than always just getting money out. I know Riot Games has been funding it, but clearly, as you guys saw right here, because the game got canceled, they're not going to fund this forever. So whenever you're not generating revenue, the aim is to get something out there. Okay, you don't have like infinite amounts of time. You don't have unlimited resources. You need to get something out of the door and have that working and be liked by people so that you actually get some generating revenue in. Keep in mind, at this point, right, previously, this cross-platform little initiative that they had, that, oh, the game has to be cross-platform for mobile and consoles, it wasn't a thing, right, before these new managers came in. After these new managers came in, this became a push. Like, every single new person started pushing for this one thing. Game directors, managers, everybody was pushing forward for this one little thing. And really, keep in mind, they're not generating any revenue. They're basically doubling down on a brand new game engine just to have something working, or like just put something out there. Let's just throw away all the progress, right? Completely throw that out the window, right? Nah, you did a terrible job. Let's go restart the game engine real quick. Why? This is horrible. Why are we doing this? You're going to be asking that question a lot. Why are we doing all of this, right? Because from all of the employees coming out about their experience working on Hytale, one thing has become very, very clear, that this project is extremely mismanaged. Very, very mismanaged. At the beginning, they had a core vision with Simon. After Simon left, though, and Riot came in, and the new managers came in, everything went to shit. And no, this isn't Riot's fault. It's Hypixel's fault. Okay, I'm just gonna say it right now, right here, in front of everybody. This is Hypixel's fault. Riot gave them complete creative vision over the project, so they had to go and figure out what they wanted this game to be and actually go and make it. It was Hypixel's fault the whole time. That's going to be a tough pill to swallow, but sometimes you got to look at the people making the actual game, the people making the decisions for this game. You got to go and look at that, right? I can't be the only one thinking this, right? Am I insane? Well, I've been talking about this point for quite a while. Let's move on a little bit. So after all of the ex-employees started, you know, coming out, there were also fights between the game director, John Hendricks, and Slicky as well, one of the developers of the game, one of the engineers of the game. It was not looking good. It really was not looking good at all. Like, at this point, the community was in complete turmoil. There was, like, total destruction. Complete Armageddon. Total Armageddon, right? Nuclear warfare in the Hytale community. You know, it didn't look like it was gonna get better. You had just, like, more and more employees coming out about their experiences, about how toxic the work environment was. You know, it was looking like the game was basically cooked, because at this point everybody knew that the game was canceled, right? So we're like, okay, everything's just going worse and worse. The game's canceled. All the developers are fighting. We're never getting a game. But you know, Tubbo went live yesterday, and I actually caught this live stream while I was traveling back over here to Hungary. Even with me not being the biggest Tubbo fan, I had to catch this live stream because he was talking about the hashtag SaveHytale movement. Now, what is this movement? It's very, very self-explanatory. Hashtag SaveHytale. What this movement is, it's basically dedicated, passionate fans of Hytale wanting to go and completely just revive the game, have it either like open sourced or like have a playable version on the legacy engine, by the way, because I'm gonna bring this up right now. Actually, this is a great time. The legacy engine was already completely done. It was basically playable by 2021, and we could have had a game in 2021 if it hadn't been for the new management. So Tubbo was looking at this, and he caught wind of the whole situation. He caught wind that, you know, Hytale died, and he basically wrote to Simon Hypixel, the person who used to work at the company, to basically, you know, chop, you know, like, you gotta go and save this game, bro. This community has a lot of passionate people in here who would love to play a video game, right? So we got this banger of a tweet right here. $25 million is all I need to say, bro. This tweet right here is everything we have been asking for, okay? This tweet is literally everything we've been asking for. $25 million. Old engine. Oh. Ooh. Now, this is it. Guys, we're getting close to something. We might actually have a game to play. Okay? Maybe if everything goes to plan and, you know, Simon or some other publisher or some other developers buy the project off of Riot and then fully develop it and ship the game in a beta or an actual release, that would be fantastic. That would be amazing. That's like the best case scenario here, especially with the fact that it's on the old engine too. Wow. Now, guys, this is why I'm very happy right here. This tweet genuinely gave me hope, and it gave everybody hope here in the Hytale community. And listen, we gotta go support Simon because he's basically one of the only people who could save this. Like, he had experience with the old engine. Yeah, he hasn't worked on it for like 5-6 years, but he has experience. He knows what this game is, and he's got the passion, he's got the money, and he's got the will to do this. All I'm gonna say here is, as to conclude the video here, hope is not completely gone. Alright, make sure you guys spread the hashtag SaveHytale movement over on Twitter. You can go share this video too. I don't really mind. You can, you can't. I mean, really, this is just a whole recap of the entire situation up to this point. So there really isn't anything special. I guess it's just my take. It's just my take on the whole situation. And hopefully, with this video, I'm reintegrated into the Hytale community. With that being said, thank you everybody for watching this video. I appreciate you guys for watching to the end. Make sure you go subscribe to this channel. Go subscribe to my second channel, OhRisk TV. You know, it's where I post my live stream highlights and everything. And go follow my Twitch, twitch.tv/OhRiskLive. It's a great experience there. We're building up a community there. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.